We're fighting until we either hit Platinum Arena or until we lose. What's going on, guys? It's Sam, the Raid Man, and we are flying high right now. I am just so happy. If you guys didn't see my most recent chart video, go check it out. Spoilers ahead, pulled one of my most wanted, maybe my number one most wanted non-void champion in the game. We're talking about the queen of the arena, talking about Harima. I'll show you how I've got her built. Super awesome champion. I don't have a blessing on her. That's something I want really badly. But if you guys are unfamiliar with Harima's kit, I'll go over what it is. She's got an A1. I need one more book here. But books do a 75% chance placing decreased attack. Also has a chance of placing decreased attack on all other enemies if this attack is critical, which it always should be because she is an amazing damage dealer. Let's go to the A3 first. Celestial all attacks all enemies, places a provoke for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted if the target champion is from Demon Spawn faction. Duchess, Lilitu, Mortu Macabre, Hefrak, Candrafon, Prince Kymar, Magnar. There's a few others. Very popular group of champions, particularly in the arena. So this is an AoE nuke, hits pretty hard. The A2, Purgative Punishment, attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 5, stacks up to 30%. So if you were to do this ability twice on the same enemy, you would lower their defense by 30% and boost yourself up. You can do this all the way up to you have 100% extra defense. That is crazy. She's a defense-based nuker. So the longer the fight goes, really the better it is for her because she's just lowering everyone's defense and building her defense up. Also, instantly activates the AoE if this skill kills any enemy. This is the main part of her kit. You go in on one of the tankier champions, you go in on the Duchess, you go in on the Rhodos or someone that takes multiple hits. You kill them, you get the AoE, and you kill some other people as well. That kit is amazing, just as a defense-based nuker. If she was just that, she'd still be amazing. If she was just the passive, she'd still be amazing, but she's both. The passive, Demon Slayer, enemy ignore defense effects are decreased by 50%. Baron, who can ignore 100% defense, would now ignore 50. Rhodos, instead of 100, 50. Someone else, 40, now 20. It's huge. It makes a massive difference. I've never seen people without buffs survive my Baron nuke until Harima got put in the game. She's amazing. That passive is unreal. To throw it on top of that, champions from the Demon Spawn faction cannot inflict critical hits. Again, I'm not going to name them all, but all those champions we just talked about cannot crit her. This champion also cannot land weak hits on champions from the Demon Spawn faction. So, for example, Harima is Force Affinity. Duchess is Spirit. Normally, Harima would have a difficult time, but she cannot weak hit Duchess. It's such an insane passive. Got a Resistance Arena Aura. Doesn't really do a ton. For masteries, we went offense down to Helm Smasher, and then defense down here to Retribution and Deterrence. Try and get some counterattacks in here. We have her in a lethal set. My lethal is not amazing, but I've ascended some of it. We're trying to get it up there. She's a defense-based nuker, so I got a 6.7k attack, 210 speed, 100% crit rate, 245 crit damage. Low accuracy, but again, most of the time she's hitting somebody that can't be resisted, or she's just nuking them. So it's a work in progress. The build is good, but not great. But I want to show you how she is in the arena. Today we're just going to focus on classic arena. I will probably do live arena in the future with her. It's just harder to make live arena content because she gets banned, other people get banned, the content's long. But if I sit down, film 2 hours, I can edit some of it down. So today we're just going to be flying through the arena, and we're just going to see if we can beat every single team with my new team. So new team is Kymar lead, Siphi, Speed Booster, Warlord Lockout. Harima is the only damage in the team. Siphi's my fastest. She's now 379, I believe. I moved all my Arbiter gear over to her. 379. Then it's going to be Warlord locking out. Then Kymar sleeping, stripping buffs. Then Harima. Kymar's going to reset. We're going to do it again. So I'm not going to put it on auto, but I will put it on auto on some of the easier fights later. I tested this out day 1 when I built her, and I did 35 wins in a row. And this is not picking and choosing. This is 10, 10, 10, 5. Just working my way down the list. So a lot of them I can put on auto. If we go first, it's pretty much wraps. Some stone skin stuff can be weird. We're going to go in here. We didn't quite kill the Duchess, actually. So this is going to be a little bit longer. We'll heal ourselves. Kaimar's going to reset. We're going to go in here at Syl in a second. We'll lock out again, I guess. Oof. They are a little tanky. That's okay. There's no problem. We've already locked them out. They're not doing anything. We'll throw the rest on the auto for the rest. She's going to get an AoE in here. Wipe them out. 100,000 damage. I mean, there are people that can throw a wrench into this plan. I mean, this is a 158,000 player power show. They're not going to. But for example, you'll see here with somebody like Skullcrown, she's going to get her unkillable up. We're just going to put this on full auto. Lockout. Sleep. Kill someone. She only needed 1 of her 3 hits. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take it here because I don't want them to start locking out now because we want her to lose her turn or use her turn. Dang, she's actually hitting us a little bit. Let's have like a counterattack or something like that. We're going to sleep here instead of speed boosting. We're going to try and provoke here. Not that it makes much of a difference, but we got to do something. We'll heal up again. Take your turn, Skullcrown. Come on. Take your turn. Put her to sleep. There we go. So it's annoying, but I mean, it's a 35-second fight, which is longer than you want, but it is what it is. This is a great team to show you because you have the Rotos. So for example, my Baron team would be Arbiter, Kaimar, Uko, or somebody else, and then Baron. And Baron would just wake up this Rotos, basically. He's going to hit him for half his health. Rotos is going to come in here and try and nuke my team, and I've lost on occasion to something like that. But let me show you why Harima's so great, because she's going to go bop, bop, up to 3 hits, AoE everyone else, because she's just going to multi-hit Rotos. Tormund, she's great against because, she's not great against Tormund necessarily. This team is great against Tormund because Arbiter isn't going first. So Tormund can freeze you if your Arbiter goes first. But in this case, Siphi's going to put block debuffs on us as well as boosting our turn meter. So as long as you go first, which it's close, but we do, then we'll come over here. I'm going to sleep you. Foley's going to shake it off. We're still going to go ahead of him. We're going to go in at Tormund. He's probably the tankiest. Wipe out everyone else. Tormund comes back. Again, just put it on auto. Reset. Speed up. I've set her AI to go in with that A2 as priority. All right, we are 4 wins in. This is easy. I'm going to... Let's do this UDK team, and then I'm going to speed up some of these runs where I'm fighting everyone else. I want to show you guys. I'm not picking and choosing. I'm going to, without refreshing, I'm going to fight every single one of these battles until we lose. And I want to see how many wins we can rack up. But UDK is really cool, right? He's not in Stone Skin, so I can really just kill him. But let's pretend he was in Stone Skin, and I'm trying to kill Godseeker or whatever. The first hit's going to go to UDK. The second 2 would then go here. We kill her. He's going to counterattack. Going to pop those 3 down. She's back. But again, she's lost all of her turn meter, and all, or not her turn meter, all of her cooldowns have been reset. So she's dead. So this was a bad team. But UDKs in general, because she's hitting 3 times, she can typically get through most champions that aren't super tanky in those next 2 hits. All right, let me go ahead and put these ones on auto. And I will come back. We're going to speed through this, but I'm going to come back and we have another interesting fight. More 2, we can show this. Obviously, 1 more 2 by himself is not a threat. She completely mitigates more 2, who can be such a nuisance. This guy's not even in Stone Skin, so I don't know why the bottom of Gold 5 is so easy right now. I guess all the competitive players have moved up, but we'll move up soon. Again, she can't weak hit, so Affinity doesn't matter. but also he can't crit against her. And even if he crits against somebody else, all of his ignore defense, which again, his peril ability ignores 100% defense, now only ignores 50% defense. So you're way more likely to live through it. So he just completely takes Mortu out of the game. He's just not a concern once you have Harima. You can see we're just wiping through. Oop, we got a weak hit there. Obviously, she has Force Affinity, so hypothetically, you still have weak hits. Just not against Demon Spawn. But it's such a minor inconvenience. I'm not worried about it. All right, we got another mythical champion. That's always fun. Another UDK. There's a UDK Harima. That'll be fun. That's a good team. Eric's is pretty good. Let me know if you guys used Eric's in the arena before. I have not. But I've seen that he's pretty cool, so I might consider making a video with Eric's. I do think I have mine booked. I think that's actually one of the champions I booked right before I pulled Harima. So when I pulled Harima, I was book poor. And I've been just bad. Don't tell my clan this, but every time I've gotten a book, I've just thrown it into Harima. And I'm now one book away from fully booking her. So we do go first. I don't know what this... I'm pretty sure this is Arbais or Arbais. I don't know how you say it. Because I fought her in the live arena earlier. And I had to look her up. But I think she does some Terminator stuff. So you see, UDK took a hit. Mithrala took the other 2 hits. But the 2 hits was enough to kill Mithrala. And so we were able to get the AoE off. That's the worst thing that can happen is if you hit all 3 times or 2 once and 2 times with her A2 and then it doesn't kill anybody. I mean, you're still increasing her defense and decreasing their defense plus doing some damage. But for this team to really go like you want to, we got some Stone Skin here. That's good. I think in this case, we'll actually just go for UDK, or if we strip something. Yeah, let's just go for UDK because he's the concern. Arbiter's not going to be able to revive, so what's she going to do to us? It's now just Mithrala. And we're not going to be able to get rid of her Stone Skin, so there's not really any concern. I am curious, and if you guys know, leave it in the comments. I wonder if her, this ability when it's decreasing the enemy's defense. If I hit Mithrala right here, is that actually, I mean, it says defense decreased. So I think that works. We're going to try this, but yeah, it's resisted. Because if it works through Stone Skin, that's pretty strong, actually. All right, we're going to go in here. AoE, while we've still got increased defense. 74,000. And if I didn't say that at the beginning, that's the main reason why I'm running Siphi instead of Arbiter. Obviously, my Siphi has better accessories, so she can actually be a little faster than my Arbiter was. But Siphi brings the increased defense and the turn meter boost, plus increased speed. And so that way she's boosting Harima's damage, which is huge. Versus Arbiter's just increased attack, and that doesn't help us. So weak hits, definitely a thing. All right, let's see if we have any more interesting fights, and then I'll fast forward. Here we go. Here's that UDK Harima. Defense lead. So 3 defense champions and then 1 Arbiter. Probably should be some Stone Skin if this team is built well, but I doubt it is built well. Okay, we got the UDK. So, I mean, I don't know the official strategies of fighting another Harima, but my thought is she needs defense. We need defense, so let's just take her defense, right? I don't know if I can kill her or not, but if I can take their Harima, we did kill her. If we can take their Harima's defense and boost ours, we're just going to make ours better and better than theirs while making theirs weaker and weaker. I am not going to heal because UDK steals our heals, which he's already doing just through the passive, which is annoying. But we should have another Harima A2 here. Oof. Tanky UDK, man. Got to have over 100k health. So yeah, I mean, really the issue is going first or not. Let's try something like this. They've got the Arbiter, they got the speed lead, but they also have the Cardinal, which is typically a go second thing. It could just be like a insurance policy of if we don't go first, I've got my Stone Skin Cardinal. That's what it is. But 2 nukers, no decreased defense is weird. Georgia doesn't need decreased defense, but Canderfon probably wants it. She's not built with resistance. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I think I could just one-shot them with AoE, so let's just do that. Just show. That's like, you know, before boosting her defense at all. That's just a squishy team. All right, let's try one of these Eric's teams. But yeah, as you guys can tell, this team is amazing. With my Baron team, I was being a little more picky. If I'm fighting a Rotos, maybe I throw in Hefrak, maybe I throw in someone else. If I'm fighting more to Macabre, then I wouldn't use my regular team. I would use a Siphi team with Rotos so I could avoid them and wait for the Stone Skin to wear off. And with this team, I wish I could remember the team that I lost to. But realistically, I'm just beating every team I see. Now, granted, I haven't pushed. I haven't tried to push Plat. I still don't think I can. I don't think my Siphi's fast enough. So I think hypothetically I could work with maybe like HWZ or somebody, try and build like a go second team with Harima. I do think she's pretty integral, pretty key to me making a Plat push if I were to. I just don't think she's built hard, like to nuke hard enough. And I just don't have enough like defense-based Savage and lethal gear. I don't think she's built well enough, and I don't think my Siphi's fast enough. I don't think my Warlord and Kymar have enough accuracy for Plat. I could be wrong. My Warlord's got 4 something. I don't remember what my Kymar has. Warlord's fast, though. He's over 300 speed. I mean, we're wrecking teams like this, but this is bottom of gold 5. Foley's A1 does nothing there. Between 70 and 113 on the AoE. All right, we're going to do a longer cut here and just fast forward until we find a battle I think we might lose, or I feel like Hefrak's another one I want to show y'all if we see him. I showed you Mortu, I showed you UDK, I showed you Rotos. Those are some of Harima's best use cases. Oh, that's annoying. You see that there? That's just frustrating. They got the unkillable coming from Swift Parry. This person has a Sethalia built-in Swift Parry. What is happening to the world? All right, just going to kill Arbiter, and that should kill everyone except for Sethalia. She's provoked. That's just weird. So yeah, Swift Parry's pretty good against her because she won't get that kill. But again, that's such a niche use, and it's 50-50 whether or not Unkill was going to proc. All right, so we will go ahead and cut some of this, or not cut some of this, speed this up so we're not taking super long, and we'll come back when we've got something more interesting for you. Okay, I've saved some of the more interesting ones here. As you can see, I flew through a lot of those. I had to manual some of them just because the AI wants to target stupid people, like people with unkillable or whatever. So like they tried to use my A2 against not Hefrek, Leorius. Stupid. Didn't kill the Baron, stuff like that. Okay, we go first here, which is big. Hefrak can really cause some trouble. I'm actually gonna kill someone else just so we see. I think he would normally cut in line, but he's actually asleep there, which is another perk of this team. Um, but if we see it, he just doesn't do that much damage because he can't crit her. You know, he's not doesn't have really ignore defense built into his kit, so you have to put him in Savage, but she's negating half of that ignore defense, which makes Savage just not near as good. This is not a team that's going to win, but Valkyrie is very interesting because just to counter Sify, not to counter Harima. Although I guess Harima does poorly against her because she's the wrong affinity. So you see here, they're all like just over 50% turn meter, but all of our turn meter is going to get pushed back here, except for Sify's. We still get enough to get the sleep off. We're able to do that and get their turn meters reduced. Let's stop Python. I don't think you're doing anything. So we should let's A1. I don't want to use our reset for no reason. But you can see her abilities just got pushed way back. Let's go in at the Reviver. Everyone should be dead. He's got reaction. But a lot of times, if they're built fast and or well, the Valkyrie can cut in, do a big AoE, put big shields on you, boost your turn meter, take your turn meter back. So like, she's a pretty good counter to any Sify team if she's got enough accuracy. This one again, I don't think we're going to lose, but Hegemon is still like Loki a bit of a menace if you're not running Stone Skin or Immunity, because he could lock. I've had battles where they lock all 4 of us out. Here, she just locks out 2 of us, but it's 2 big ones. So we're still going to sleep their Sify. And then I think we're going to lock out anyways. Okay, we were able to lock out Sify. We're just going to have to A1 somebody here. So I guess we'll A1 their Trunda. We got decreased attack, so that's something. Let's see if we can finish Trunda off. Not quite. But we still got to wait another turn for Harima. We're just going to A1. Let's boost everyone's turn meter, or not turn, yeah, turn meter and defense. Let's go in at Sify. There's no reason to reset because we haven't used Harima's abilities yet, and that's all we really care about resetting. Go here. We should be able to. Oh my gosh, Kaimar's getting 3 turns before we can use Harima's ability. I guess we could just reset for the turn meter, but if this team was better, Hegemon can really throw a wrench in anybody's plans unless you're all Stone Skin. And then this one, I don't think necessarily super good, but I did see some empowerment, so I thought maybe they'll be faster than me. I think that's really the only way I lose. A team like this will beat me if they're faster than me. So I saw some empowerment. I thought maybe, but no. We still have the advantage. That's full auto. I'm not worried about whatever Foley's going to do to us. Also, the nice thing with this team, with Warlord pushing back people's turn meter, you really don't have to worry about speed tuning too much. Like, hypothetically, my Harima could be a little bit slower, but I like her. I'm going to use her in other areas. Let's go against a Taurus team. We're going to spin some gems. Also, if you guys saw, probably in one of those sped up moments, I affected my defense. I realized I had a one-man defense in from the week, so I put in a full team. I actually put in this team and set up the AI there. All right. We removed that fear. Everyone is feared. Remove that fear. We're actually going to probably go in at Taras. That's annoying. Oof, he's got the reaction. I mean, Taras is nasty. This is a team we can lose against. We can't sleep. UDK is going to be soaking up everything. Their Duchess has Stone Skin. We're going to try and strip some buffs now. We slept Taras. That's huge. Everything's still going to be coming here at UDK. We're going to A1 because we don't want to wake him up. We're really just waiting for their buffs to wear off. If Taras is asleep, which he's not anymore, we're actually going to have to reset. If Taras is asleep, then we have a shot. We just gotta wait for their buffs to wear off. I'm not gonna waste abilities hitting in on them. If all right, let's start working on their Duchess's defense. I'm assuming she's gonna be tankier. We didn't take her out, obviously, which is totally fine. That is still boosting Harima's defense. That is still lowering Duchess's defense. We can lower Duchess's defense down 30%, and we can boost Harima's up 100% by attacking multiple different targets. If this fight turns out to be longer, we might be able to take out Duchess here. We would have took out Sify, but she has Swift Parry. She doesn't have her abilities back, which is insane. So if we can get an AoE out, which we can't, because oh no, she's asleep. We're actually, oh, we can't sleep him. That was a mistake. It's fine. That probably would have killed her if she didn't have her passive. I forgot that UDK was going to take that A1. I'm clearly a little tired. Obviously, it's going over here. We need to get to Sify before she can revive. Oh, she got her buffs off. That's not good. We have block buffs, so that doesn't do anything. We'll heal up a little bit more. Do we have her strip? That's big. That's big. Yes, we got all the cooldowns. All right, we're going to go in at Sify. First one to UDK. Second two to Sify. Finish him off, Harima. Not quite. He's low. Those poisons might kill him. We're good. Taras. Tough, but no matchup. Obviously, with Marichka, which is something I would be fighting if I were pushing into Plat, is a whole different story. But we're pushing. We're close to the mid. We can try this team. Maybe these bottom two teams will be a little tougher. 237k is a little bit lower on the team power, but still not like a shabby team. More on the tanky side. Definitely feels like a go second team. Kind of a hybrid. You got 3 stone skin, but then you want Arbiter to go first. Weird. We get everyone's cooldowns to see if we can get everyone's stone skins. We get no stone skins. Still just going to go in here at Arbiter. Whack everyone. Candrafon is the concern here. See, he is not doing much damage to her. We're going to heal, but he's still doing some damage. Again, he can strong hit against someone like Kaimar, but he cannot strong hit against Harima. We need to kill their Marichka when we can. We're just going to do an AoE. Candrafon is dead. I don't really care what he's doing. I'm going to wait for that cooldown reducing until Marichka's dead, and then I want to AoE when everyone else is back. So we're just going to focus in here. See if we can kill her off. Perfect. I wish the AoE worked after the revive. That'd be nicer. Perfect timing. Cooldowns. Doesn't matter where we go, I don't think. Obviously, we don't have her A2, but we got to kill Arbiter so she doesn't revive Marichka. That would be worst case. I think we're good to put on auto. Candrafon is essentially no threat. When Harima's on the team, Candrafon is just not doing anything. I don't think Arx is ever going to get through us. So worst case scenario, if he was tanky enough to keep healing, which he's not, then we would just wait for Harima to lower his defense and raise hers. But definitely a better battle. Any team with Marichka in it's just going to be a little more challenging. This one's like, this is a defense team. This is a team that is never supposed to win. There's no damage. But there's also, was it one reviver? UDK, Mithrala, Pythion, Lydia. Yeah, there's no reviver. The only way they get revives if I kill Pythion is if Lydia blocks my attempts. But there's no way for them to actually get a revive off. If we strip that, we're going to Pythion. If not, we're going to Mithrala. She's dead. Boom. Let's see. He did resist, I guess, because was able to do his A2. We'll reset. I'm not going to use her ability until everyone's stone skin is off, but we've got her ability. We'll AoE. Let's just A1. They're both on 1 turn cooldown, so it's not going to make a massive difference. I guess what is A1? Pythion revives. That's what we expected. Let's go into Mithrala. Nope, we can't aim at anybody. We'll block or increase cooldowns. Let's go Pythion. Not going to kill him. That's okay. That is okay. sleep Mithrala. So I can't sleep Mithrala. I don't know why I always forget about that with UDK. We got Hex over here. That's not great. Like I said, tougher team. I'm not worried about losing. Like I said, there's literally no way this team could win, but it can sure be annoying. See, like Python's so close to being dead. We just don't have. I should have A2'd there. We just don't have any AoEs, and freaking UDK is soaking up all those A1s. There's a buff cleanse or debuff cleanse. She's feared over here. Can we remove the fear? Oh, that's so close to being dead. Some of that is definitely from the stacking defense. Can we reduce Python's or increase Python's cooldowns? No matter how many times I try, we can't. Oh, I should have A2'd. I'm rushing this. All right, we are good. This is gonna wipe everyone out. 1, 2, 3. So 2-minute fight. I mean, that's a good defense though. Like I bet that holds against a lot of people. All right. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna go like double time speed, take myself off, and we're either gonna hit plat or we're gonna lose. And I will come back at the end. Well, uh-oh. This one came pretty out of nowhere. We are potentially losing right now. We cannot work this team down. And their Wukong is killing us. We just can't do anything to UDK or to Elva. And I think we're going to lose here. This has been a 4-minute fight. I kind of just assumed at one point we'd get through them, but that's wraps. So I'll have to go back and count how many that was. That was pretty surprising. I could have handpicked a few more of these in case I thought that one was going to be tough. I'm not going to try and push plat, at least not tonight. It is currently almost 1. So still got 2 more hours, I believe. 2 hours and 4 more minutes. I'm not staying up that late. But I just want to show off my new toy, Harima. She's so cool. Obviously, I'm first place in the Classic Arena tournament just because I fought 30-something battles or whatever. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next video.